Okay, so today we're going to talk about me, myself, and the Taquali sisters. So the Taquali sisters are Lena, Dahlia, and Dia. Sometimes Dia goes by Dima. Sometimes they spell Taquali with a U. Sometimes they spell it just without the U. Sometimes Dahlia spells it with an H. Sometimes without an H. But they are three women who are allegedly sisters and who allegedly were fled with their mother from an abusive situation that Lena claims the father had put them all into. Lena also claims that the twin sisters, Dahlia and Dia, who are younger than me, did not remember any of this alleged trauma that Lena remembered so vividly. And that because Lena remembered the trauma and the sisters didn't, throughout childhood, Lena had a lot of anger issues and acting out, whereas the girls, or the twins, were, as Lena puts it, the perfect child. So, in the work that I'm doing right now around parental alienation and high conflict families, and starting to learn a little bit about family constellation therapy. And again, I always like to plug the organization that I'm doing that through. It's called Reversing Parental Alienation. The woman's name is Ginger Gentile. She's also a documentary filmmaker who made a film called Erasing Family. And so I just would really encourage Lena, if she ever happens to watch this, which according to Hot Snakes, maybe she does. According to Jamie, maybe she does. If you ever happens to watch this, I would encourage Lena to reach out to Ginger and talk with Ginger about whether or not, reuniting in some way with her father might benefit her to get a little bit of clarity on why her memories were so different than her sister's memories. And also why her sisters, who had been so vibrant and successful for so many years, suddenly took a turn about 10 years ago for the worse and have rarely been seen since. So that might be something that Ginger Gentile has some experience and some expertise on. And gosh, who knows? I mean, I could see Lena in one of the groups that I'm in. Lima's an alienated child as opposed to someone who's been alienated from her children. But Lima certainly has participated as an alienator in alienating Sam's children from him. So again, I interviewed for several hours yesterday talking about my opinions of Lima and her sisters and Bam and all those, and Amanda Rabb, Justice for Amanda Rabb, rest in freedom from everything Lima put you through, freedom from everything Marcoleta put you through. But as for the Taquali sisters, the three sisters, assuming they're all still alive and able to participate in something like this, I definitely think there could be a huge both family dynamic breakthrough, but also a huge mental health breakthrough for all of them if they're sort of able to put some of the pieces of what missing out on a father in their lives looked like. And it's not to diminish the fact that there might have been abuse that Lima is able to remember just because she's a few years older than the twins are, and that the twins, even if it happened as bad or worse to them, they just wouldn't have that memory of it, because that's kind of how our young brains survive as we erase those memories. So it's only as our brains get more fixed and we do certain repetitions, and that we carry things on forward into adolescence and adulthood. So yeah, I would just say to visit all three of the Taquali sisters, one or two or all three of y'all are welcome to reach out to me at banmandalia@gmail.com. That's BANMANDAHLIA@gmail.com. If you have any interest in exploring the concept of parental alienation and whether it might have played a role in being alienated from your father. The woman who spoke to our group on Tuesday night, she's from a culture where her father was from Iran and her mother was, as she put it, like white American. And her mother was sort of, I guess, born again Christian, and her father was his Muslim. And that mother used the father's culture and religion and color of the skin and everything to completely alienate all of the children from the father. But then the woman who spoke to us chose at age 19, she was the eldest of the children. And she chose to reunite with her father and to cut off contact with her mother. So I guess I would challenge Lima to just kind of take a look in the mirror and think, is there any possibility that your mom planted those memories in your brain? Can you talk about how people put memories in your brain, right? Is there any possibility that your mom planted this memory of the extreme abuse that you always talk about, but you talk about it with such a happy face that it almost seems like a script you were coached on? And the lady that spoke the other night to our group, she talked about the coaching and the script and the how what would happen if you deviated from the script. It was just a really, really powerful thing. And I think that video might actually be available on YouTube now too. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about the Taquali sisters for today. Like I said, I talked a lot about them last night, and I will continue to talk about them as news comes forth. The most recent thing is I know that Diadema was arrested in Irvine, California, not quite 3 months ago, and I have yet to see any mugshot, police report, court date, anything like that. Although I do believe next week there is a court date in Los Angeles County for BJ's potential sanctions against Lima's lawyer in the ongoing civil matters. But I would love to see any further information about Lima's arrest in the end of March for, I believe it was larceny, something like that, in Irvine, California. All right, so thanks again. Have a wonderful Thursday, June 20th, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.